Hi everybody, I'm John Payton. I'm the head of the Realogy Franchise Group. I'm here with the Century 21 team, Nick and Mike and Kara. Happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed the holidays and thanks all for joining us. We've got some news we want to share with you today. With the new year comes some change, and the change we want to talk about first is that our good friend and leader, Nick, has decided to step on and move forward and will leave Century 21. And as you've shared with me, we've been talking since December. You want to sort of consolidate your home life and your work life all around Colorado.
Yeah.
So why don't we let you tell your story?
Yeah, thanks, John. And hello, Century 21, everyone. This is a big decision and big news today. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you to these three individuals. And also, secondly, thank you to all of you. Taking a role like this on the best known brand in the industry, 20 years of running, of being the most well-known brand, comes with a lot of responsibility. And I loved every single minute of it. But as most of you know, part of that was going to include a relocation to the East Coast, and I'm a Denver native. And so between Hannah, my wife, and our kids, we decided Colorado's home, and that's where work and home we want to reside. And this network is so big, 80 countries, and the growth this year, 9,400 offices and 128,000 people. It's a heavy demand on this role for a big travel schedule. And so as I've said to several of you, and you know I kid a lot, but I said I only have one chance to mess up my kids, and I've got a lifetime to do a lot of cool business. So this came as a very difficult decision for Hannah and me to make. Collectively, we did as a family, to say we've done cool work. The rebranding, the C21 Gives Foundation, really focusing broker owners on growth and growing agent count and getting closings, because that's what this business is all about. And so I know that the brand is on a great trajectory. I'm honored to be part of it, and can't thank everyone enough for the experiences that I've had over this last year and a half. It's been an awesome, awesome ride.
Well, we want to thank you very much. You have been an inspiration for us for the last year and a half. You know, Nick has...
And a pain, John. We tell everybody.
Pain in the ass, actually.
Hey, that's how we started this.
You want to complete that phrase. Refocus, John. So I want to thank you, Nick. The last year and a half has been awesome because I think that you have helped the team find a new energy. It has become, I like to say, recaffeinated. I think the work that you and Kara did together around the Relentless campaign has been terrific. The response we've had in the industry, we've received the Innovation Award from Inman about the campaign. The focus on growth has been extraordinary. And so we're thrilled with where the brand is and what you and the team have accomplished in the year and a half. And well, I'm grateful.
I appreciate that, and I wish I could sit here and take credit for it, but I can't. I got to be part of leading, but it also was because of these people. And the three of us had one heck of a good time together in a short period of time. But there's a big extended team, and so this isn't one person drives a company like this. So as much as I appreciate the accolades, this was definitely something that a company this size, we found a common mission statement, which I believe is awesome, and our house habits that have delivered the culture, and that's what drove collectively the group finding that momentum forward.
And it's a great segue, because when you have a strong team and a strong culture, you don't have to look far for the next president. And I am sitting next to the next president of Century 21. So congratulations to Mike Miedler. We've also been talking for the last couple of weeks about your succession into the role. And I think as we've got this great plan now to follow, you've been here for 21 years, all of it with Century 21. You've got operational experience, commercial experience, and certainly sales experience. I'll just do one of my new favorite statistics, right? In 2016 was our first $100 million sales role, measured in terms of GCI sales year since before the recession. You did it again in 2017. And in 2018, we just finished up. We're in the low to mid 90s, which I'm rounding to 100, and we're calling that three $300 million years in a row, which is awesome.
Spoken like a true sales guy.
You've got him on tape for that.
And the other thing that is super cool, Mike, is this is the first year in 2018 where every single one of the Century 21 salespeople made their goal. We've never had that before.
Every one of the regions hit their goal this year, every team. So it's a huge accomplishment for the entire brand and obviously for the growth team as a whole. First off, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. It's a new year. And I think first and foremost, I want to thank Nick for his stewardship of the brand, right? Nick told the story how he got into the real estate career 21 years ago at Century 21 as an agent. I myself next month will be celebrating my 21st anniversary with Century 21. As John said, held many different positions and most recently in the growth mode. And that's why I love the swagger and the growth mindedness that Nick brought to the Century 21 organization. In fact, he had to make a really difficult decision, and I think it's absolutely the right one for him and his family. As a father of four, I know exactly where you're coming from, and I think family always comes first. But Nick totally drove the growth that we've been experiencing over the last 15 plus months, and my hat's off to him for that. I think probably the best move that Nick made, quite candidly, was naming me the Chief Growth Officer. So. But the truth is that, as Nick said earlier, it really is about
humility continues at Century 21.
Exactly. On and on. The truth is that, as Nick said earlier, really about 2 years ago, we set out as a team, an entire organization towards forming a strategy to defy mediocrity and deliver the extraordinary experience to the consumer. And I think it's become a rallying cry of the corporate office, everybody at the Century 21 team, but more importantly at the broker level and at the agent level, where really those consumer experiences are happening. And so it's taken hold, and I think it's extremely important. And moving forward, I just want everybody to know that that will continue to be our mission and vision. That being said, I often say this, and you'll hear me talk about it, whether it's to new prospects, to a new agent we're trying to recruit, or to our leadership team. The best thing about Century 21 is actually the Century 21 network of people, meaning 127,000 agents across 9,400 offices in 80 countries. So really the system is the power of the system is in the system itself. And so from a growth perspective, our goals don't change. Execution-wise for 2019, we're going to continue to focus on growth. We're going to continue focusing on serving our agents and recruiting agents that have that same mission and vision of serving the consumer. That along with the corporate team who will be focused on progressing the brand. As Nick mentioned, we had an awesome rebrand that was award-winning this year, but it's our job now to continue that value proposition, make it even better so that our relentless agents can go out and serve the consumer base. And if we do that, the result will essentially be that we gain more share and really at the end of the day, put more money in our agents' 1099s, which is what we say our goal is from a corporate perspective. So I'm super excited about 2019. Tactically, a couple things that I need to do is, if it's going to be all about growth, is find a replacement for myself, somebody who's going to head up the charge and lead the growth effort. John mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we had another fantastic year from a sales perspective. That included bringing 51 new companies to the Century 21 brand. And about 50% of those, gang, were actually roll-ins, mergers, acquisitions, helping our existing Century 21 affiliates grow. So it's just a great testament to what we do as a brand to help everybody grow. After all that, I think the next step is obviously finding a chief operating officer, which we're going to bring back and round out the leadership team that will work on not just the strategy and evolving the strategy along with Kara and her team, but working to make the platform effective and efficient so that we can deliver the best amount of value to our brokers and agents out in the field. So we're super excited. One of the things I want to do, kick it over to Kara real quick, is talk a little bit about the 2019 marketing plan. But last but not least, you're going to hear this from both of us, is we need to deliver on a kick-ass 121 experience, which the whole team is working on, and will be here in literally 60 days in Las Vegas. So hopefully everybody's getting on the phone or on your computers right now to get signed up. But Kara, why don't you give them a little view of what they can expect to see at 121?
Yeah, absolutely. So we kicked off our new brand last February, March, and we're just continuing to amplify that. Like everyone's talked about so far today, we've got a really great plan in place, and we're just continuing to stay on that course. We are kicking our media off next month. I guess we're already in January, the time flies. So we're kicking our media off again with our partnership with ESPN, and we're branching out within the ESPN ABC family to also work on Good Morning America. So we'll be in the morning day part, and we'll also be on ESPN. So watch for that. That starts in February and continues through September. So we're really excited about that. And then we'll also have online search to really drive those online leads as well throughout Google and different digital channels like that. from a recruiting standpoint, we have something cool when you're talking about 121. We are working on a video that we'll be able to customize for brokers to be able to come in and shoot their own value prop, and then we'll have the overall value of Century 21. So it'll be your own video, but we will have produced the Century 21 piece so you can bookend it with your own value prop. So stay tuned for more information on that and how you can get involved in that if you'd like your own recruiting video that is produced from us but has your pieces on that. You'll be able to do that at 121. So another great reason to join us in Vegas. We also are working on a number of other things. We've talked about our redo of 21 Online. That is going to be completely redone. It's underway right now. We've done a lot of different rounds with agent groups for feedback because we want to make sure we get that agent feedback, incredibly important. It's going to transition into being a productivity platform. As we talk about driving growth, we want to make sure that what we're providing to all of you really drives that growth. So it will look completely different than it does today, which we're really excited about. That is going to launch in the middle of the year, in that July-August timeframe is what we're targeting. So that is something that I think everyone will be really excited about whenever they see it. And we've got a couple of other things that are underway that really speak to the heart of our mission that you'll learn more about whenever you come to Vegas. So like Mike said, we've got a really exciting agenda plan for Vegas. If you were at Leadership, you saw Scott Stratton. He'll be with us in our general session at Vegas. A lot of you said, we want agents to see him, and we really enjoyed him. So we listened, and we have him coming at our general session. So you'll get to see him. And then we have a number of other really cool things planned. So we definitely look forward to seeing you in Vegas at 121.
Absolutely. So, one of the things, not one of the things, but many of the things that, there's many things that Nick and I have in common. One of them is obviously our love and respect for this great brand, our passion for it, and what we think of Century 21 and the entire network. We're extremely jazzed up, Kara, myself, and the entire Century 21 team. I'm a firm believer as a salesperson in BAT, right? Your sales success comes around your behavior, your attitude, and your technique. And we're kind of challenging the group to make sure that we bring every part of 121 to improve your BAT and make sure that you make 2019 your best career year ever. So please join us. It's going to be exciting. We'll talk a lot more about Kara's marketing team plan and some of the other things we're going to do to grow the Century 21 network with you. So see you guys all in Las Vegas and have a great rest of the day.